wanna be evil, I wanna be mad, but more than that,
Hey, welcome to Half the Battle.
If you saw my video about the Comic-Con a few weeks ago, you'll know I got me some classified figures.
Yeah, I finally caved.
I wasn't ever gonna buy them online, but when I found them out in the wild, I couldn't resist.
So, since I've got them anyway, I might as well do reviews on them.
And we're starting with the Baroness. Now, I should stress this is just a review of the toy, not the character. That's because, for one thing, I already did a deep dive on the character years ago, you can find it on my channel. And for another thing, I haven't seen the Snake Eyes movie yet, so I have no idea what she's like in that.
She could play it like she's Harley Quinn for all I know.
So meet the classified Snake Eyes The Origins movie Baroness. Dear Lord, that's a mouthful. This figure was released in 2021 with all original body parts.
As far as I can tell.
Yeah, this wasn't the first classified Baroness figure. That was the Cobra Island one that came with a motorcycle, and I figured Hasbro being Hasbro, they'd just stick a new head on that one and call it good. But this doesn't appear to be the case. Now, I don't have the Cobra Island version, so I can't compare them in hand, but from pictures, it looks like they don't share any body parts, meaning this one is a completely original sculpt.
Which is, yeah, good on Hasbro for going the extra mile for once.
As for the toy itself, well, the detailing is excellent, as it bloody well should be on a 6-inch figure. The outfit looks sufficiently leathery, and is what you'd expect from a modern update of the original toy. I'm glad they kept the original color scheme, all black with just a red Cobra symbol for a second color. Though the black is in both matte and gloss, but this works. Why they moved the Cobra logo from the chest to the waist, I have no idea. Now your eyes are just drawn to a different part of her lady bits. The articulation is excellent.
As it bloody well should be on a 6-inch figure.
Aside from the standard movement you'd get on a smaller G.I.Joe figure, the feet can move up and down and side to side. The shins swivel and the hands rotate, though there doesn't seem to be movement at the waist.
By the way, those feet can be a bit of a problem.
Not only are they pretty small for such a large figure, but since they're articulated, it can be tricky to get the figure to stand upright. Now, there are holes in the feet for a figure stand.
But guess what? The toy doesn't come with one!
In fact, none of the classified figures do as far as I can tell. And the kicker, though it looks like the feet are compatible with the old G.I. Joe foot pegs, the Baroness's holes...
Huh? Okay, I'm gonna rephrase that.
The holes in the feet are too small for them, which means we now have 3 different sizes of foot pegs. The original, the tiny modern ones, and these.
Apart from the standing issues, the only other thing that bothers me about the figure is the neck.
It just looks too long. And this isn't helped by the fact that your eyes are drawn to the neck because she's wearing a choker. This brings us to the head sculpt, which is worth talking about. First, there's the hair. They changed the iconic hairstyle to be a little bit shorter and have a bit more volume. Yeah, can you believe that? They freaking changed the hair and...
It's actually a refreshing change.
Yeah, while the original hairstyle is my favorite, it's nice to see something different for a change. There's a reason for this, of course. The figure needed to resemble the movie character, and it does a pretty good job of capturing the likeness of Ursula Cabero, the actress portraying her.
And I'm probably not pronouncing that right.
Well, it should bloody well do a good job looking like the actress considering this is a 6-inch figure. The likeness is even more pronounced when you take off the glasses. Oh yeah, the glasses are removable. Hell, she isn't even wearing them in the box, which confused me a little as you can't see them very well by themselves.
This brings us to the accessories, starting with those glasses.
On the one hand, I do like that they are removable, but on the other hand, it is a very small bit of plastic that's easy to lose. She has 3 other accessories.
Well, 3.5 I should say.
First, there's a submachine gun with a removable silencer. That's the half part I was referring to. Once again, cool but easy to lose. Lastly, she has 2, I was gonna say knives, but they're more like something between a knife and a machete. A nice-shetty, if you will. These have cool little snakeheads on the handles. These fit in 2 holsters on the back, so finally some things you are not likely to lose. It's a pity she doesn't have a holster for the gun though, that would have been perfect. Overall, the Snake Eyes Origins Baroness is a cool figure, with just some minor flaws I can overlook. Not bad for my first look at the classified line.
But they bloody well better be cool as 6-inch figures.
Yeah, I keep saying that, but it's not just a running gag. These figures are larger, so there's more opportunities for detailing and articulation and stuff than with the smaller toys.
So I will hold these to a higher standard.
I may gush and heap high praises on something like the modern Battle Android Trooper, hi honey, for its detailing and articulation, but I expect that sort of thing as standard on the 6-inch figures. Oh, and unlike the modern Joes, I don't have to worry about these figures being compatible with the original line. I mean, obviously they aren't.
This enormous woman will devour us all! Ah!
They do just about manage to fit in with He-Man though.
Now, like I said at the beginning, we're not gonna talk about the character, but what we will do is take a quick look at the box.
The first thing I noticed is the simple white version of the G.I.Joe logo. After having it be colorful, like on every single other G.I. Joe package ever, this feels a bit weird. And of course, there's the Snake Eyes movie logo above it, since that's the actual name of this subline. Still, I can't help but feel that this is the logical final conclusion of what started on the original comic covers with G.I. Joe starring Snake Eyes.
The most important thing on the front of the box is of course the artwork.
It's very different from what we're used to in G.I. Joe, but all classified figures have unique art styles. In this case, I dig it, though it does make her look cute, ignoring the knife machetes of course. I don't mind the cute look, but I could see how some people wouldn't consider it appropriate for the Baroness.
On the side of the box, there's another style of art.
It focuses on her face, and it has a more femme fatale look. It looks nice, but the placement of the knife makes it look like she's about to cut her own throat.
That just leaves the back of the box, which, oh for Christ's sake!
It's just a big picture of Snake Eyes. It's the movie poster, basically.
That's incredibly disappointing.
There should have been more Baroness stuff there. By the way, do you know what this package is lacking? The same thing that's lacking on all classified boxes.
A file card!
One of the things most associated with G.I. Joe packaging, but the classified line can apparently do without it.
And I think I found the reason why.
If you look closely, you'll see there's 26 frickin' languages on there. So doing a file card would be impossible. Hell, they tried a similar thing in the classic line, and those file cards look like crap because of them cramming so many languages in. By the way, one of the languages is Dutch, even though, as far as I could find, these toys are not sold in Belgium or Holland, as I frequently complained about.
So this just adds insult to injury.
I'm guessing they made just one type of box with all the languages they could cram in, so they could sell it anywhere in the world without the extra cost of personalizing it for each language region.
That's the cheap old Hasbro I know and barely tolerate.
One last thing, the other side of the box has 4 symbols on it that aren't explained. I'm guessing they stand for the character's specialities, which are, judging from the art, infiltration or disguise, intelligence, weapons, and I have no idea. Maybe she's the keymaster looking for the gatekeeper or something. Okay, it probably means that she's a key figure in Cobra.
But the packaging for a G.I. Joe figure should not have a freaking puzzle on it to figure out what it's about.
And that wraps it up for this figure. It's pretty cool, but missing some quality of life improvements, namely a figure stand and file card.
Well, I'll see you next time, everybody. And hey, why not like, share, and subscribe if that's your thing?
I wanna be evil, I wanna be mad, but more than that